Today, I want to talk about the Liberal Party of Canada and its leader, Justin Trudeau. Let's start with the Liberal Party itself. Some of us are die-hard Liberals. Some of us are in it when the policies are good. On the other hand, you have a lot of haters on there, but you also have those who felt betrayed, who have felt misrepresented, and also have lost hope in the Liberal brand.
And as far as Mr. Trudeau goes, your boy, I do not dislike him, to be quite honest with you, and I do find him to be a little bit genuine. I do not like his party. I think their party is worse. And I cannot vote for somebody who's going to be part of that party. I will not give him the chance because of that reason. Because of their track record in Ontario, and not only Ontario, but federally, because Jean Chrétien was nothing but a joke.
That was my cousin George, and his points are valid. And the reason why I wanted to share his view is because I believe a lot of you feel the same way. You are quite frustrated with the Liberals of the past. A lot of you are also frustrated with the current situation with our Ontario Liberal Party. Now, I want to offer clarity because there is a lot of good out there and there is a lot of bad. Now, these Liberals, they are a different kind of Liberals. But before, I would like to go on and talk about our past Liberals. Let's start with Premier Ministre Jean Chrétien. Jean Chrétien was an amazing Prime Minister. He did a lot of good, but unfortunately, he did suffer from greed. After doing 2 terms, everything was going fine, and he had a great successor in the form of Paul Martin. But Jean Chrétien was greedy. He didn't want to let go of his office. And what happened? The whole Liberal Party started infighting. It was Chrétien against Paul Martin. Fast forward 5 years, 2006, the Liberals finally got out of office and were replaced by Stephen Harper due to that infighting. The infighting got worse, it got worse, and in 2011, Michael Ignatieff, the leader, did not even have the respect of all his MPs. So of course the Liberal Party collapsed because they didn't deserve our vote. And rightfully so. I did not vote for the Liberals in 2011. How can you vote for a party who doesn't agree together by themselves? Fortunately, year 2013 came, they elected a new leader in the form of Justin Trudeau. And what was one of the first things that Justin Trudeau did? He stopped the infighting. Now, let's take a look at the Ontario brand. Our last premier, Mr. McGuinty, was forced out of office and forced into retirement due to a scandal. Now, our current premier, Kathleen Wynne, is fixated on this idea of balancing a budget just like Harper and Mulcair at the expense of our future and Ontarians themselves. For example, she's able to balance her budget while also being forced to privatize Hydro One. Hydro One is responsible for electricity here in Ontario. So think about it. She is selling off something as basic and essential as electricity, when really it should be made affordable and accessible to all. And why? Just so she can balance a budget. It's not right, and just like the Liberals of 2011, she did not get my vote. I gladly voted for the Green Party of Ontario because, like the Liberal Party at this federal election, they were the best for Ontarians. So you can see that the Liberals have not been perfect. Nobody is perfect. But what you need to realize is that the Liberal Party of Ontario is not the same as the Liberal Party of Canada. Now, as for the Liberal Party of Canada, it had its issues in the past, but now we've overcome them. And you're soon about to find out why, because they have great policies coming forward. And more importantly, they're united under one banner, under one leader, and that's Justin Trudeau. So let's talk about this new Liberal Party of Canada and the policies they are offering forward. First and foremost, they are going to do right by our veterans, and they are going to take care, the necessary care that they deserve. Secondly, they are going to deliver on the promise of one, having a clean environment while also having a strong economy. Also, what's important is that they're gonna have an open and transparent government, something that Harper hasn't done in the last 10 years. And what's more is that they are going to drive their policies by evidence. For example, the legalization of marijuana. Also, they are going to support and offer growth to the middle class. The first way they're going to do this is they are going to offer an income tax break on everyone making less than $150,000. This is right, we are paying too much income tax. Also, they will offer a fair and effective childcare plan. It won't be taxable, and they will offer more money to the families that need it the most, those on low income. And lastly, the Liberals will do right by our Aboriginals and our First Nations. They will offer them clean water to those who have been boiling their water for far too long. They will also open the communication with them rather than ignoring them. And finally, they will promote Aboriginals to pursue a post-secondary education. They will offer more funding, and they will reach out to them to come to great institutions such as the one that we are here, the University of Ottawa. What's great about the Liberals this time around is that they are also very serious about climate change, and rightfully so. Now, let me give you a bit of background on this one. November 30th, we will have the most important conference on climate change in the world. It's going to take place in Paris, and we'll have the leaders of every nation. Justin Trudeau has not only pledged to go to this conference as a leader, he has also said that he will bring all the premiers of every province. So that means if we elect Justin Trudeau as our Prime Minister, we will have a full task force that includes our Prime Minister and all the 10 premiers to go say that Canada will be a leader when it comes to fighting climate change. Quite the opposite from Stephen Harper. Now, the way he's going to do this is simple. He will invest in the clean technologies. He will invest in the technologies that enable us to reduce our CO2 emissions. What does that mean for you Canadians? It'll mean a cleaner air, cleaner water, and cleaner soil. The Liberal Party are also optimistic and serious about our future. And how do I know this? They're willing to invest in it. As he said not too long ago, he's willing to run 3 deficits in order to fund our much needed infrastructure. And what infrastructure is that? It's these amazing bike paths, as you can see there. It's also rail, it's also transit, it's also sewage plants, it's clean water plants, it's air turbines, it's solar farms, it's everything that will enable us to have a much more prosperous future. And think about it, as an individual, we are continuously investing in each other. A lot of us have loans in the bank, we all have a mortgage. Investing in oneself is how we enrich us. So for Mr. Harper and Mr. Mulcair to say that balancing a budget is a must year run makes no sense, because Mr. Harper in 2012 slashed cutting in all forms of infrastructure. So look at it right now, our pavement is cracked up. We need to invest, and Mr. Trudeau, the fact that he announced that he would do 3 deficits speaks of honesty, speaks of courage, and speaks of a true leader. For this last segment, I want to focus and talk about the Liberal leader himself, Justin Trudeau. Now, contrary to popular belief, Justin did not have it so easy growing up. His parents separated when he was only 6 years old. Now, unlike most separation, it was his mother who walked away. Now imagine that, being 6 years old, growing up without a mother. On top of that, he had the unfortunate loss to lose his younger brother, Michel, at only 23 years of age due to an avalanche in British Columbia. And then not too long ago, he lost his father, Pierre-Elliott Trudeau, due to cancer. So it's safe to say that Justin Trudeau knows the sadness of being alone and also knows the power of being united. But let it be known that Justin Trudeau is a fighter and he has resiliency. And he will do right by Canadians the whole way through. Now, how do I know that he's a fighter? Well, one, he had to deal with the brutal, unfair, and untrue attack ads of the Conservatives throughout this election. Bashing him on marijuana, bashing him on supporting ISIS, it's all lies, but here he is fighting day in, day out. To put case in point that this man is a fighter, take a look at this boxing match between him and a Conservative senator, Monsieur Patrick Brazeau, which we just found out was just as corrupt as Mr. Mike Duffy, and again was hired by Mr. Harper himself.
It is now time for your main event. In the blue corner, the Senator, Monsieur Patrick Brazeau, aka Braz Knuckles. Staring him down in the red corner, please welcome, once again, the pugilist from Papineau, a man who needs no introduction, Justin Trudeau.
This is 3 rounds, 2 minutes each.
Imagine the adrenaline. The pressure's been on these guys for months.
The shame that will come with a haircut Monday for the loser. That is one of the side bets these two gentlemen have made. The jab first, Brazeau avoiding it.
Look at the inside.
He's got him up against the ropes.
Taking it in the face. Come on, shiny pony. Brazeau's gasping for air. He's got more muscle, needs more oxygen.
Being called forward now for the second round after their little Rocky moment here where the guy gets in the face and the boxer screams for Adrian. Round 2, 2 minutes. Trudeau getting the jabs out early. Brazeau blocking effectively, laying his own punches. But he's backing away more.
Hits. Brazeau's taking some hits. The shiny pony is a stallion. The reach are kicking in, Brian.
Could be. Maybe that skipping rope we were talking about with Trudeau helped more than you thought.
The second round is the pony.
Well, I'd say a more even round than the...
I wouldn't have guessed it. I wouldn't have thunk it. I thought the Braz man was hitting them hard and not hard enough to stun the pony.
Well, the resurgence of Trudeau has led to the chance for Trudeau getting louder.
You know, that's one thing. He came in with low X and boom, boom.
Brazeau's legs giving out on him.
The Tory's going down. He's in the corner. This is game over. The blood. The ref's got to stop it.
In the second round of this 3-round, 2-minute battle, the referee stopped the fight in favor of, in the red corner, Justin Papineau, pugilist Trudeau.
But we say he's not ready. Why? Is it because he's handsome? Is it because he's likable and charismatic? Is it because he's not old enough? Well, those are not valid reasons. Those are quite pitiful, to be honest. And the truth is, Mr. Trudeau is 43 years old. He's a father of 3, and he is the son of one of our greatest prime ministers in our history. So it's fair to say that he is more than ready. To finish off, I want to show you a clip of Justin Trudeau at his finest, because you deserve to know how great this candidate is. But before, I would like to address him personally. Justin Trudeau, I believe in you. Be better than Kathleen Wynne. Be better than Jean Chrétien. Be yourself and things will be fine.
It's time for a change in this country, my friends. A real change. For 10 years, Stephen Harper has never missed an opportunity to divide Canadians. The politics of fear and division. Fear of the world beyond our borders. Fear of each other. He wants us to think that if it weren't for him, our economy would fall apart. The Canadian economy doesn't depend on him, it depends on you. It's time to invest in transit and roads so we can create jobs and growth. It's time to raise taxes on the wealthiest 1% so we can cut them for the middle class. We have the chance to beat fear with hope. This is Canada, and in Canada, better is always possible.